envelope, you might be missing something. You might actually be a world-class marathon runner, or you might, if you've never trained 120 mile a week, you don't know how you run off it. Now I've done that. I've done 2 weeks of 127, and 2 weeks later I was in a bucket. So it obviously didn't work for me, but you've got to go to that point at some point in your career. You've got to find where that envelope is. Otherwise, you're not maximising your own potential. Now, for some of you, it might be 70 mile a week. For other people, it might be 160. Work for Bedford to a point, you know. But so try it. I did, you know, I experimented with it. It takes a long time to get to that. Don't go out next week. Chris says try 127 miles. Because it might take 4 years to get to that, okay? And the thing, the really hard sessions, the point about that, I had a good chat with Steve Jones, I knew quite well, a marathon runner from my days in the services. And then I started to dabble in marathons, and that's probably the best way of describing it, because that's as far as I got. And he said, don't just worry about going out and doing your 22 mile. He says, do a 10 mile in the morning. He said, in the afternoon, do a 10 mile, and your middle 4 miles, do over a 5-minute mile, because you get 20 miles in for the day, and you should. He said, we can also get 4 miles of really, really high quality while you're tired. And he says, and do that, and then the following day, go and do a track session the day before. Now, that's heavy stuff, that's heavy going, it's pushing the boundary. You need to know where your fitness levels are to be able to get to that sort of stuff. But I did that for a couple of years, in the early 90s, 91 to about 94. So I was 30 plus, so I was able to cope with that, and it worked a treat. So it was double days, but you have to have a couple of easy days after that. So if you just easy day, hard day, that's fine, that'll work. But if you want to really find out where the boundaries are, how good could you be, you need to start to think about double day and just doing that little bit of overload. I've got a great slide which I'll show this afternoon about the principles of that, of overloading and then the benefits you get. Don't over race. I was very, very much, the British trial was the race for me. If the national fit in and I could win the national, great. I mean, some of my things I'm most proud of was winning 3 Scottish nationals, particularly the last one. But as I said earlier, being able to go to 8 world cross countries was a big, big thing for me, because that's about the level I thought I could get to. I knew I wasn't going to win an Olympic gold medal. Those of you in the room that are still under 15, you think you can win an Olympic, go for it, absolutely. But there comes a stage in your career where you realise realistically what your level might be.